Hello everybody, Bill Shaka. Welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. Hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing fine here. Welcome to my home in Tamarindo, Costa Rica. We are in the midst of high summer right now, even though it's only February in Costa Rica. This is summer, and summer means it's hot and it's dry and there's no rain and it's wonderful. When I say Costa Rica, I don't mean the entire country, because the country kind of sprawls out. But in the area that I'm in, the northwestern section, Guanacaste is the name of the province. It tends to be, I think I've heard it called a tropical rain desert, because for 4 or 5 months there is not a drop of rain. It's hot, it's dry, and it's truly paradise. Anyway, that's where we are right now. And what I'd like to talk about today in the 5-Minute Motivator is a question that I pose to a lot of my face-to-face students, just to see the reaction that I get, but also a lot of virtual students too. And the question is this: when am I? Yeah, I didn't say that wrong. When am I? You know, normally you hear a question posed by coaches and trainers: who am I? And you're supposed to answer in terms of one-word descriptive adjectives. I am a father, a sibling, an employee, an employer. I am a salesperson. I am a wife. I am a mother. I am a husband, and so forth. But I am suggesting that we look at the term, or the question, when am I? And here's what I mean by that. There are 3 specific time frames that we have: the past, the present, and the future. If you think of an hourglass is a pretty cool way of looking at time. The bottom of the hourglass, where the sand has passed into, is the past. The top of the hourglass, where the sand has the potential to pass into the past, is the future. And the present is that little area that the sand passes through. And that's where we are now. And that's where we are now. And that's where we are now. We are always in the present. But how many of us live in different time areas, different time zones? How many of us live in the past? Always trying to perhaps celebrate past victories or lament past failures. How many of us spend time living in the future? If only I could, or I will. But all we have is the present. So what do we do with the past and the future? Great. Let's work on that. The past is a tremendous repository of experience. Do we learn from our past? And I don't mean just simply learn from mistakes. Do we also learn from our successes? Whatever we succeeded in doing, we should take those behaviors and do them again. Whatever we failed at, we should take those behaviors and stop them. That's what we should do with the past. Look at it as kind of a large blackboard that is already written on, and use that as a roadmap for future behavior. So what do we do with the future? If we use the past as a history lesson to learn, the future should be a planning lesson. We should look to the future and plan it. We should do what we can to make sure that all of our future activities are in fact looked at correctly, and that we behave appropriately, and we can plan this out to a large degree. So we have the past, where we have a history, a rich history of our behavior. And we have the future, which we could take the past behavior and utilize that for future events. But ladies and gentlemen, all we have right now is now. All we have right now is the present. And how many of us do not relish in the present moment? How many of us are running to catch up with our past, or running to try to catch up with the future that has not come yet? Living in the moment is a tremendous way of understanding who we are, and it gives us a sense of equanimity. It gives us a sense of presence. My suggestion for you today: don't stop planning for the future. Do not stop looking at the past as a repository of behaviors, but plan for today. Plan what you can now. This is Bill Shaka thanking you for attending yet another edition of the 5 Minute Motivator, and I look forward to seeing you again on the other side. Bye-bye.